exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
Sunday, baby. It is Sunday. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. I hope I am coming in. There's a few indications that I might be having some problems. I don't know. Everything seems to be working, but there's some lights flashing that are going, no, this ain't working. So I hope it's working. Anyway, Dorothy Tyndall was the first one to jump in, followed by JT Libs, Roger Himmelwright. Let me see. Our old Miss Chick is in the room. Thank goodness. Bunny Griffin is here. Dan Hack, Nancy Halverson, and Adam Hewitt. Sam is here. Debbie Capran, Annette Serrano, Jeff Curry, and Randy Peterson. Whoop! Pig! Hey, Vashti Swab. Anyway, Reva's here. Debbie Capran, Sue Warrior in the house. Neil Rose, Cam Research, Robin Atkins, Carol Vogel, Christina Welbeck. Jackie's in the room. Let me get this dragged on down here. Mark is in the room, our Blue Dot greeter. Thank you for everything you do, Mark. I appreciate you tremendously. Janelle Walker, just everybody's here. Shit. I'm lucky I'm here. Because up until about an hour ago, I forgot that I had a show. Yeah, it was a pretty good day, and I actually there's a reason for it. Vashti Swabs. 'Tis Buccaneer Days down here in Corpus Christi. That's right, the day we celebrate the glory of pirates. And indeed, that's what we have, a whole festival going on down here in Corpus Christi right now. Carnival on the Bay. There was a big parade last night. Just a big family gathering type thing. It's one of Corpus Christi's largest festivals every year, where we make the mayor walk the plank out in the bay. That's right. Get off the boat. Get off the boat. And so we take over the city for a week. And so it's been fun. So today, no, not in the news at all. Doing pirate shit. So, yeah, I almost let it slip my mind that, oh, shit, it is Sunday. So, yeah, I didn't come in here prepared for shit. But that usually doesn't matter. Our Blue Dot family usually has enough on the table to get us through any Sunday. Let me see if I can get my co-host up here. Miss Chick, how are you doing? Vashti Swab.
Vashti Swab. Wow, you know, walk the plank.
Walk the plank. That we do that. Yep, the mayor has to walk the plank.
I'm glad to hear you out, you know, being a pirate.
That's right. It's all about being a pirate. So, yeah, it's pretty festive down here in Corpus Christi.
You got a parrot, so you might as well be a pirate.
I wish I could walk around with him on. I'd put a patch over one eye and put that bird on my. If I didn't know he wouldn't just gnaw on my ear. There was a time when he would do that before my son became bird master or whatever, bird whisperer.
Bird whisperer.
Yeah, he jumped ship on me. Now all he wants is him. That's it.
Yeah, when they get a hold of your ear, it's not fun.
No. I mean, I've had pierced ears before, but done with a needle, not with a beak.
With a beak.
But yeah, it takes on a whole new meaning of. Anyway, what's going on? Anything happened today whilst I was out pirating shit?
Well, I was out playing in the dirt, trying to ignore things just for a minute because I knew it would be there when I got back.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, shit never goes away. It's right there where you left it.
Fascism fatigue is real, and it's scary to stay engaged. It's heartbreaking to watch.
They do.
It's preferable to tune out, and I know I want to, but I can't. I can't because if I do, then they win. They win when we stop caring, stop talking. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to look away.
Today was a rare day that I had forgot totally what day it was, and so my mind wasn't on the show. Therefore, my mind wasn't on getting prepared. Again, my mind was on Vashti swabs.
Yeah.
So when I did finally realize, oh shit, I gotta get home, and so yeah, we just walked in the door a little while ago, but I had a nice day. Went to Blackbeard's on the Bay. I mean, where else are you gonna eat on Pirate Day, except Blackbeard's?
Right.
That's right. I had catfish and the whole 9 yards there. It was delicious.
Oh, well, good.
Right on the bay, right the USS Lexington, right there out the window. So.
Well, it's good to hear you with a little happiness in your voice, John.
Yeah,
it really is.
It comes and goes, baby. It's in waves. You know that.
Okay, I do.
Yeah.
And it's okay to enjoy yourself every once in a while. And then, you
I
go
did.
back
I got
to being...
lost in the day, and there wasn't a moment go by in the day that I didn't wish Mama was next to me, and and the boys. But yeah, she stays with me anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
wherever I go, she's at anyway.
But I do want to
make
a mention of Canada here, because they had something happen.
They got an election going on.
They do. I think Monday is their election day.
I believe so. Don't make me lie, though. I'm not totally
tomorrow.
Positive. Tomorrow?
And
see, their election season doesn't last 4 years.
Well, maybe it does. I don't know the way things are going anymore.
We're the only ones that do that.
But they had an incident in the Vancouver area.
Horrible.
It was.
That was heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we don't know that much yet about the person. They won't release a whole lot yet. They have a 30-year-old male in custody. 11 people have died so far. Many more injured.
Many more
and
injured.
The only thing they're saying is that the person was known to them previously, so he might have done something before and or may have mental instability, and this was probably not an act of terrorism as would be defined by somebody attacking a group specifically for a specific reason.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's
still sad. It's still sad.
That is so sad. It doesn't matter the reasoning. Of course,
no.
We're glad it's not an act of terrorism.
There was just people out having fun at a festival, and
isn't that sad? That's what I was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that came into the discussion today, because they put up barriers down there now where you can't drive through there.
Oh,
yeah, big
good.
barriers because it's right on the bayfront. Yeah, it's boy howdy, that's it's sad. That you wake up and you find out about something like that, and it's heartbreaking to all the families that
it is.
And again, the reasoning, a mental episode is what they're alluding to, and that would be probably the best out of the worst situation, the best.
Unlike the United States, they don't like to overtalk shit that they don't have all the details on.
Right.
So that's good.
Well, on a brighter note.
There's a brighter note? I was going to go deeper into more hellscape.
Oh, shit. Well, okay, if you want to go into more hellscape, let's go there, and then we'll cap it off with the good news.
Okay. Well, you've got good news?
Huh? Well, it's
You've
right
got
there in
good
the
news?
headline there. Trump's approval at 100 days lower than any president in 7 decades, 70 years. My whole life. My whole life. There's never been
Your whole
anybody
life.
with lower approval ratings in the first 100 days than this guy.
Nobody's ever tanked this bad before, huh?
Nope, nope. Setting records all the time.
Well, he's
Leading the
setting
way.
records all right.
Yeah,
So,
he is.
100 days of purgatory here, and we're heading into another hellscape.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't
another
know if we
week
want to
of
count them by
uncertainty.
hundreds.
You don't know what the hell's going on or what's going to happen. What he's going to pull out of his ass next, tomorrow.
We know he's not done because he's working on travel bans and, of course, more trade deals. Then more peace
More
talks.
trade deals. We already got over 200, but we're going to get more. I wonder where
But
they're
he
all coming
hasn't secured a single one yet of the 200.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
But he's out there spouting off that he's got 200. He lies through his teeth. Just like I don't know, breathing to him. It comes naturally to him. Whatever comes to his mind is what he spits out there.
And I just kind of look at it as, we talk about distractions, but call it throwing meat to the wolves, because every little scrap of stuff that he throws out there to his maggots, they just wolf it right down and ask for more.
Oh, they're no.
So there's all the ice.
The maggots I know are not paying attention to the news or what's happening in the world or everything. All the ones I know are just, it's fuck you, it's Trump, man. Yeah, you like that, John?
Well, they're watching him, though. They are watching that much. They are. Of course, it's 24/7.
I know it's affecting them, just like it's affecting everybody else.
It is, but not enough yet, I don't think.
Not enough. No, the pain isn't enough for them for the diehards. Now,
did I read correctly? There was over 800 ICE arrests recently.
Yes.
They weren't all in Florida, though, were they? I mean, they made it sound like it was.
There was. I'm looking at a headline over here. It says over 100 immigrants arrested in a raid on an underground Colorado nightclub. And it also, on a side note, says active duty military members were also at the club during the raid, some working at the illicit operation.
That could be awkward.
Yes, over 800, I believe they've gotten. You start looking at the numbers. And preface it by saying some of them, I'm sure, bad guys maybe should be off the street.
2-year-old bad guys, John.
Yeah, 2-year-old bad guys. Yeah, we deport them too. If your mama's going, you're going with them. We've deported several small young children. Born in America, American citizens. That's all right though. Don't worry. No, I was going to say something else, and now I done forgot.
And then we don't really like judges much, so let's throw them in jail too.
Yeah, we'll throw judges in jail.
Heck?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just go for the whole. We don't even need laws. No. As a matter of fact, I titled this thing, "A Law for Ye, Not for He," because he is. The debate on whether or not we're in a constitutional crisis. Can we actually see? Well, a constitutional crisis is when something happens and the law is incapable of acting to prevent it. In other words, God damn, I had a whole thing in my head.
Oops.
I had a whole thing. Constitutional crisis. When there's no mechanism. Right now, he's held in if he's held in contempt, and right now he is, or the Trump administration is being held in contempt in court for not obeying the judge's rules, law. What's the remedy there? You go arrest the president? Do you arrest the attorney general? The lawyers on the case? Where do you go?
Whoever was the last one to say go do it? I don't know. Who pointed? I don't know.
Well, actually, I think it falls to the top. Falls to the
Well,
top.
you would think. I mean,
You would
which one was it? Was it FDR that had the buck stops here on his?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The buck. Yeah, Donnie ain't got that sign. Donnie's
No.
sign says buck. What
Well, the
buck? I didn't
buck
see a buck.
stops there. It
You
should
got a
say
buck? I'll
all
take a
bucks
buck.
come here.
Yeah, the only buck Donnie knows is the dollar sign. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's pick on somebody down here. And while we do that, let me thank Chuckster255, who came in with a $5 donation and said, "Hi, everyone. I hope you are all doing well." Oh, yeah, fuck Trump. That's what it said.
Just repeating what he said.
Just repeating what he said. That's it. Got to present the news as it is written. Okay, well, I filled in a couple of letters with the... Anyway. I'm just that smart. I knew what he was... Anyway, hello, Benny.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How about you?
Oh, not
It's a
too
pirate
bad.
kind of a day. That's what it is. It's a pirate kind of day.
Boy, this son of a bitch just won't stop.
Nope. Oh, tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow, don't worry about the shit. Don't worry. Tomorrow will present its own
You know
set
what's
of
interesting
problems.
about him? Well,
What?
not interesting. It doesn't surprise me anymore. While he's sitting there telling us, "Oh, we're making deals with all these countries," well, all these countries are coming back and telling the press, "No, nobody from the White House has called us. Nobody's talked to us about any deals." China said that he's bullshit. China
It's
said
all a
they
game where
haven't-
these are not the droids you're looking for. That's what
Yeah.
he's doing to the press. These no. We got 200 trade deals. I'm sure the penguins down there on that island are busting their ass to raise more revenue through fish sales to come up with the money to pay the. Yeah, it is. It is ridiculous. Nobody believes it except for those morons, the maggots who don't pay attention. You're not going to swing them, and no amount of information is going to. You know, the only ones that we can hope for are the conservatives, the Republicans who still hold on to their conservative values, but know a lying asshole when they see one. And that's what the Republican Party is faced with right now. You know, you have a divided party between those who are diehard Republicans, diehard Trumpers. And by the way, Trump's businesses are now selling Trump 2028 paraphernalia.
Right.
Yep, they sure are.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know where all
Because
that
you know that
gear comes from?
Constitution thing gets in the way again. You
Uh-huh.
can't have that. The president can't be president if he has constrictions of a document.
Right. And if you're listening out there, MAGA, you know where all this Trump gear comes from? Not made in America. It's made in China.
It's made in China, baby. I wonder how that works. He's going to have to pay tariffs on his own shit, I guess. Maybe it'll be a side deal. I'm sure it'll be a
Well,
side
he's
deal.
charging $50 a hat. I think he can afford the tariff.
Yep.
Anyways, John, there's this blue dot that I follow on YouTube. His name is The Enemy Within.
The enemy within.
He's a trucker. And the tariffs are already starting to hit the trucking industry hard.
Oh, it has a spider web effect. You know, if you start putting tariffs indiscriminately on everything, and you know, the cost of doing business itself. You know, he's also added a $50 per ton for any ship from China that pulls into our ports, and those things weigh quite a bit. You know, there's just a myriad of shit that is going to add cost to the American consumer. We're going to have to pay that price. But it's already affecting, you know, the market. Yep. And that's what everybody's kind of, waiting to see what the market is going to do tomorrow. Not that it affects me at all. Whether that market goes up or down, it doesn't add a dime or take away a penny out of my pocket. It used to, but it doesn't anymore. And but it's an indicator. And yeah, I just think it's gonna, you know, it might open up tomorrow, but I have a stinking feeling it's gonna, you know, take a dive, because he was backed off his tariffs for a while, but now he's out there again hinting like, well, I'm going to just go ahead with them. So every day it changes. You know, kind of know.
And I think he's due to meet with the Saudis, right? He's supposed to meet with Saudi
Yeah,
Arabia and
I think.
Qatar.
I think
Oh,
Miss
Lord.
Chick. I think that's supposed to be tomorrow or Wednesday. He's supposed to do that.
That's what I figured. I didn't think he'd actually come. He didn't actually come back yet.
Well, he ought to
the
be good and rested after taking a
trip to
nap at the funeral.
Italy.
You know,
Right.
Yeah.
got plenty of rest.
Do you know yesterday at the Pope's funeral at the Vatican, he met with Zelensky one-on-one?
Yes, and
Yeah.
you want to. Of course, Donnie flaps in the wind. As soon as he walks away from Zelensky, he's going to talk big. When he goes up against Putin, it's a different story. Yes, he said he had a good meeting with Zelensky. Zelensky said it was a good meeting. Donnie indicated that maybe Putin doesn't want to stop the war. Yeah, you reckon? You think? Red flags going all over the place. He done skipped out several possibilities for a ceasefire and all that shit. He's still shooting rockets every damn night. You think?
You think?
Yep.
You think? You know, it is pitiful. And with Donnie's offer of Russia takes Crimea, they take the land that they've taken since the aggression started. They get to keep that land, and we'll stop. And it prevents Russia from taking all of Ukraine. That's Donnie's argument. Boy, howdy shit. You know, to me, that just smacks of cowardice. Of cowardice. You know, Donnie's going to back down from Putin no matter what. He's scared of him. And I don't know why. We have a powerful nation and a powerful military. If we had a powerful leader, one that projected strength instead of, well, can I kiss your ass? That kind of shit. Maybe we'd be in better position. You know,
Yeah.
but
And speaking of our military, John, have you heard from Bill Jonas lately?
no, I haven't heard from Bill lately.
I wish we could get him on the show because he was in the Marine Corps and he was also in the military intelligence and he had spent some time at the Pentagon, and I wish we could get him to come in and weigh in on what.
Last I heard, he was he was highly involved before the election in trying to get the Democrats elected, not only in his state
Right.
but on the national level.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I wish we could get him to come in and weigh in on this shit that Hegseth's doing with Signal and putting our classified military information on a
Hegseth.
texting app.
A Fox News host that went, boy, howdy shit, ain't that great? Hey, Father Goose, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty damn good.
I'm glad to hear that. Good.
It's Sunday, right? So it was
Yep.
daddy-daughter day. I took the silly goose out to the pool like we usually do, and
Outstanding.
yeah, that is a little breath of fresh air.
It is needed
And
in
I
one
think
life,
everybody
in one's life occasionally. That's kind of what I had today. It was a kind of laid back
Yeah.
day. And
Yeah, I mean that's that was my little journey. I mean, it's hard for me. She likes to go. There's this slide. There's a big slider with a big spiral
of
staircase.
course she
and
does.
oh, good golly jeepers, she loves that thing. And
Well, dude, and you
yeah.
got to go with her.
absolutely, I do.
Absolutely. It's her
I do.
job.
And yeah. Only the thing is, like, she has more energy than I do, right? I'm just saying, like,
Go
eventually I'm
figure.
like,
I don't
hey,
know how that
we're
works
gonna
that way.
get your life jacket on and go.
We
to
got
the-
much more
the fun
experience.
pool
We
over
know what
there.
we're doing. They run around all over the place and got all sorts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand.
Hey, wait! Once we get her over to the other pool, like the other kids splashing me in the face, whatever. It's a fun
There you
time.
go.
It's a good time,
Good.
and
Good.
yeah, that's I
We
think,
all need a day like that.
Every once in a while, we all need
I've
to
been
stop
sleeping great
and
for about
touch
2
grass
nights in a
and
row.
smell
Just-
the roses. I really do. It's really good for the just the mind and the
It's good for the soul.
it
brother.
feels better. It feels good.
Well, we
feels
need
good.
that.
It feels
Look at
good.
the shit we're facing every day when you turn on the news or something. It's all
That-
Trump this, Trump that. The world's going to blow up any minute. We're going to burst into flames. The market's going to dive. Prices
It
are going to
doesn't turn
soar.
off.
Yeah,
It
no, it doesn't turn off. Nope.
No,
And
like,
especially if you're into like me and a lot of other people who use their voice, you got to be into the news. As a matter of fact, I did get into shit today, and then when I remembered what day it was, could have asked you, swabs. Pirates get drunk. In case y'all didn't know. Our vast, arg, me mateys.
Is that treasure in your pants? I'd be digging your booty, you know?
There
That's
you
a good
go.
one.
Play around.
Yeah.
No, it's a great time here in Corpus. I'm glad the weather was great and everything like that. But
it was a beautiful day up here in Michigan, I'll tell you. It was fucking beautiful.
I hope
here.
it was great all over the
Oh.
fucking planet today. We all need
It was.
a break.
I mean, like it for you. You've had
The break
like
ends
nice
tomorrow,
warm
though.
sunny days
Yeah.
for a while, but it's finally like there was no snow anywhere. Okay, like it was warm out. People
Warm
were
being
outside.
50
You know,
or 60.
it's been a long time since I've seen snow. I like it that way. If I want to see snow, well, the last time I see snow, I drove up to the top of Pikes Peak. That's the last time I see snow.
That was close enough, huh?
That's close enough. Look at there. Take a picture of that shit. Now let's go. It's cold.
Oh, it's way over there. I can see it.
Hey,
Hey, why don't we check the weather report from Tennessee?
I was just about to say I saw a cold front moving in there from Tennessee, or a warm front. No, it'd be a cold front coming down. Anyway, Biker Leo's down in the audience down there. We thought he might want to come up, and he had his hand up, but no, he must have got up to, I don't know, fill his pipe, or
He'll be back.
he'll be back. He'll know sooner or later. But we'll just sit here and wait on his ass, make him feel bad. Yeah, we'll all sit here quiet like. He's listening. You know he is. Yeah, we need
There
that
he is.
Jeopardy
There we
music.
go.
Christ, I step outside for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, take that. Well, right at the right moment. Hello, Leo.
Hi, brothers. How are all of you, and sisters, and everybody else?
Everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
So what's
I'm
going
just
on,
going
Leo?
out
What's going on in
to
your world, buddy?
Mowing.
Oh, yeah, I did some of that. About a week. Yeah, I wasn't impressed. Everybody else is.
Did you
but I wasn't.
see what I did, though?
What? What did you
I
do?
now have
Did you
a-
get arrested
I
for
have
it?
I have a second Dixon commercial zero-turn mower that I bought for $200
Oh, good
with a
price.
$100 motor on it,
There you go.
and it now works 100%, and it's now about
Well, there you go.
$200 mower.
Now you got no excuse for not doing the yard work. Just saying.
Well,
You
I've
had
been
to go
doing the
and
yard
fix the
work
fucking
all
thing,
along,
didn't
and I
you?
will continue to. But yeah. Mower deal of the decade.
That sounds like it. Anytime you get a
Anyway.
deal like that, that's good. Anyway, what's going on in Tennessee?
Well, a lot of the same old bullshit.
Well,
A
of
lot
course.
of the same
It's
old.
Sunday.
This governor just wants to do nothing but suck down his dick, and we're seeing it in ways you can't. All the shit they're doing as far as Meals on Wheels and stuff like that, that hits here quickest and hardest. And man, it's coming on strong.
You know, that's what the best place to save money is to kick the legs out from underneath the poor people. Cut off services. You can save a whole lot of money that way. Of course, the population
That's
will
what-
suffer,
and,
but
I mean,
again,
They're talking
Yeah.
about Meals on Wheels. They're talking about Medicaid.
yes,
And
everything.
all along the way, RFK Jr., with his Carol Channing on crack for 20 years voice, is telling us that
Got a brainworm.
somehow we're going to do good.
He's got a brainworm.
Good looking at that.
Just saying the worm eat the best part of the brain, I think. I don't
I
know.
just have to say that what Christopher Titus said it right is the really most richest people in the country are telling us that the poor people have too much.
The poor people have too much.
And
The poor
Well,
people
but
have too
where
much.
does
They got
that
too
come
much.
from?
They
Yeah.
have too much.
Yeah, I see
So
that.
you
Yeah.
need to take away
How do you
that damn.
fight
Give up
that
a little
on
something for your
local
country.
level?
Be patriotic. You don't need a car. We got bus systems. Shit.
How do you fight that
House.
on
You don't need a house. You got a cardboard box. That'll do.
Spencer, Tennessee, with its 1,300 people, does not have buses. How do we fight that on this level? You know, do you people not understand these are people here that will live or die by these stupid decisions?
They don't
You know,
care.
sometimes you
They don't
you
care.
pop up, you look at the chat, and you see something over there, and you get. I get a chance to read one occasionally. Underhill just wrote, public backlash forces GOP to break with Trump. Unlikely unless protests are extreme. Military/DOJ officials resist. Possible, but Trump could replace them. The 2026 midterms flip Congress. That's our last hope. And right now,
And if we
who's
don't,
on?
we're fucked.
Yeah. Well, this and right now, you know, if the election were held today, I think the Democrats would do well. But we've got a long way to go, and I don't know if this country can survive that. You know,
We'll see.
The only resolve on this is impeachment. We all know that. Everybody knows that. The only way he would get his ass in to impeach his ass. But that would fall right into his hands at this moment. Things haven't gotten worse, bad enough yet. Let them get worse, and maybe the population will go.
John, no.
What's that?
If he keeps fucking up this way, and my God, the way he's been fucking up. But if
Lord.
he keeps doing it in 2026, no, impeachment is for real.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
we
2026.
have to stand together.
Oh shit. All right.
You have to pick that down again.
Your mic is
You will lose sound for moments because my sound system.
Yeah, John's sound.
And there it is.
sounds.
Is that quick?
All cleared up, just like
All
that.
cleared up. Just got to restart the stupid thing when it does that.
You've got
Just give me
I
a long
ought to
button.
get a hammer. Well, what?
This is local. All of this is. Everybody thinks.
All
this is
That's
so
what the old
minimum.
saying goes. All politics is local. All of it.
And you have
And the
to
biggest-
look at that. I'm looking at my notes for
two tacos.
my next coming live. And what I will tell you is it gets down to exactly that. It's wherever you are, whatever's going on, where you are, you have got to stand up. And yes, it's scary. So what? Do it anyway. Yeah, what choice do you have? Really, what choice do you have?
Well, yes, yeah. It to use your voice, it's sometimes a difficult thing to do, to stand up, especially in front of other people that you don't know, to speak your mind, because it does. There's repercussions for that. Don't think there aren't, but you walk away with a better feeling for yourself, and a sense of pride. That you took that initiative. But a lot of people, are not in that kind of a position, don't want to be in that kind of position, but there's other ways. You can call your local Democratic headquarters, and there's going to be a friendly voice on the other end of that, and that's a start right there. Find out when the next meeting
There
is.
will be in Van Buren County, Tennessee. I can guarantee God.
There you go. And Leo's a prime example of that. That Leo was recently elected as his county district. What is it?
It's the county chairman.
County chairman of the Democratic Party, or of the, right?
And I have a meeting coming up this Thursday. Folks, I guarantee you, somewhere in this month, You have one too. I have a meeting this Thursday that is going to be one of the bigger ones we've had here in this red ass district. John's been here. He knows what we are. This is going to be one of the bigger ones, all because I pushed a little bit. Yes, MAGA, we have the opposition party here is not the Republicans.
Don't listen to them. No,
it is the deplorables. That's what they call themselves.
Well, that's
And-
the the ones I call the maggots.
Yeah.
the ones that
They
are just
are-
buried into his
They'd
butt. They're
like
not
me
going
to
to turn
die.
loose.
They'd like me to die. I'm not going to shut up. You should not.
Those are
either.
used. Those people are usually your racist, your bigoted, misogynistic, knuckle draggers. That's who maggots are, basically. They might have a good job. They might have a damn good job and productive and all that shit. But they go home and they listen to Fox News all the time, and next thing you know, there you go.
Mute my mic.
What's that?
I had to mute my mic. John's been here. I just had a Mennonite going down the road in their horse carriage, and my 6 dogs had to tell me about it.
Well, of course they did. That's their job. That's their
But
job.
getting back to this Thursday's meeting, it's about appointing district representatives, two people in each voting district in our county.
All right.
Those are the ones that make a difference. They talk to us, the officers of the Democratic Party, and we in turn put that on to the state Democratic Party, who is behind us 100%. Go to those damn meetings. Don't sit on your ass. Go. I know you're going to hear shit from the Trumpers. I know that. I get it every single damn day. So what?
Oh shit.
Do it.
Get it every time I leave the house. It is. It'll make you feel good. Anytime you get to stand up, use your own voice, that's fine. But there are other ways you can participate without having to do face. There's a lot of stuff at your Democratic headquarters or your local groups, stuffing envelopes, doing mailers, stuff like that, doing polling. Polling. Damn, there's that word again. Donnie's polling is way down. Way down.
Boy, is it.
Worse than 70 years. Worse than 70 years. I love it. Hey, I'm going to try to go in order here of who raised their hand here. So in the meantime here, let me thank Lincoln, who came in with a $5 donation and said Trump hit 39% approval. This is catalysmic. If he gets deep into the 30s, the tune might change. But wait, there's more. Because Lincoln came back with another $5 and said there is more MAGA in this country than Tren de Agua. Those are the terrorists. Tren de Agua. Argado.
They are.
Yeah.
Lincoln, you got my tongue tied.
Tren de Aragua? Something like that.
Domestic
Tren de-
terrorists.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Bro.
Tren de
Yeah,
Aragua.
there's more MAGA. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, it breaks my heart to see all these immigrants rounded up. It does because, why do you think they're here to rob your ass? You think that's why they came across that border? That's why they suffered everything they did to get all this way? Take the chance of crossing that border, coming here to work for shit late wages. It's big money for them and it's going to help them. But for our standard, no, it's shit wages. And there are plenty of ranches and farms and businesses and meat packers and everything that are here to suck them up, take advantage of them.
And if we don't have them, we're fucked.
Over 100 immigrants arrested at a raid at an underground Colorado nightclub. Where do you think those 100 people work? They're not just bums. The hell, they're in a. I know where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in your
All right,
Chinese.
They're part of our
I'm gonna
society.
I'm gonna back out.
and-
You got more hands up down there.
They're
I'm
your
gonna
bus
back out.
boys.
I love all y'all.
Foxwolf.
I'm gonna
There you,
back
all
out.
right. All right, Leo, I appreciate you coming in, brother. Take care of yourself.
I'll talk
Hey,
to y'all
guys.
soon.
All right.
Hey guys, how you
Foxwolf.
doing?
All right. How you
Well,
doing?
um, well, I just got news today
Oh
about.
shit.
Okay, I work doing security for football stadium and baseball stadium in Baltimore,
Oh,
and
outstanding.
I kind of found out something I wish I didn't find out last night is
Mhm.
that the Army versus Navy football game is going to be here, and guess who's coming down?
Of course.
You
I
know,
gotta
there's
see
one
this game.
Kid
football game
Rock,
John doesn't miss,
um,
and I've missed an
Hulk
awful
Hogan.
lot of football in the last 8 years. I used to fancy myself a football fan. I don't anymore because I never have time to watch a game. But there's
Oh,
one
I
game
know.
I always
I
watch.
know who's going to be there at the game. It's going to be the orange turd.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
yep, that's who he's got.
yep.
Yeah, of course he is.
The My
Yeah,
Pillow guy.
And
my
now I
pillow guy.
gotta,
Yes, I
I gotta
often
see
tell
his.
people that 10 years in the Navy, 16 for the Army, and it used to piss a lot of my Army brothers off when I'd plant my Navy flag on my Army desk.
Yep, because it
They just
goes.
smile. That's the way it goes.
If I'm not, if John, if I'm not mistaken, it goes Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, right?
Well, there's really there's no hierarchy. Of course, the Navy comes first. And, that's just always the way it is. We
Yeah, but
Navy first.
when a person mess with when you mess with the Army, then you mess with the Navy, you mess with the Army. You mess with the Army, you mess with the Air Force. Then Air Force,
You
you go
must,
to.
yeah. Veterans are like
So
that. We'll stand up for each other, and we
so
will
he's
also give shit to each other all we can.
so
My brother was a
he's not.
Marine, proud Marine, served in Vietnam, went through a lot of shit. Uh, there wasn't hardly a time we got together. I didn't hardly remind him that his top of his paycheck, that was back when we actually got a paper check, and it said Department. His check would say Department of the Navy, United States Marine Corps, and I used to let him know that all the time. There is no
Yeah,
Department of the Marine Corps. There's the Department of the Navy, Department of the Army, Department of the Air Force.
but we all work together,
We do. We do.
and
And we'll stand up
and
for
with
each other in a heartbeat. You bet your ass.
and and with this going on, he's gonna piss a lot of veterans off to where
Well,
some
he already has. He's already hit the VA with
yeah,
a lot of firings.
and the thing
It's
is
going to create more, bullshit for veterans to be able to get the care they need. Hell, to even
yeah,
have to have the services available.
I know how my city runs. So once you mess with somebody's money, we have had it where somebody messed with somebody, a company messed up somebody's money, and they was ready to have an active shooter.
Oh,
Because I was
yeah.
at work one time, and by you're doing this,
Oh, shit.
you getting ready to cut Social Security. Yeah, people gonna be at that White House,
Yeah,
and
I'll be one
I
of them.
did see it,
Yeah, me and a lot of other people.
and then I
It's,
did see in a video last night when I came home. These protesters are already starting to get violent,
brother,
and
I hope not. I worry about that tremendously because when it does, then
because
it's not going
when
to
I
be
seen this
pretty.
video,
It is not going to
when
be
I
pretty. It's going to give him the ability to implement martial law, and he has a
yeah.
Congress that's willing to let him do that. And what
Now
does that
getting
look
back
like?
to what you said, it should go to the arrest should happen with the president because and as far as I know the law, ain't nobody's above the law, not even the president.
That's what we've been told. That's what we've been
So
told.
and
But that's
I'm
therein lies the question of, are we in a constitutional crisis? A
I think we
constitutional
are.
crisis, as I understand it, is when there is no remedy for what the Constitution demands. If you don't follow the Constitution, what is the remedy for that?
Mm.
And that's where we're at because he has refused to obey the court. He's
Now, in contempt of court, I do know it starts at the top, so it goes from the president down to the attorney general, the vice president to the attorney general. So they all need to go.
Yep.
In a perfect world, but we all know that's not going to happen. Therein lies
Yeah,
the
and now
problem.
we-
We know what should happen. You know, there should be somebody to answer for the violations that he's committed.
Yep.
Hmm.
And now,
but here we
that
are.
all off, right? And now to top that all off, we got the FBI arresting judges.
Yeah, which they can not allowed to do.
That's yeah. That's the biggest publicity stunt you ever saw in your freaking life. There was no reason
Now,
for
me
that
and
shit.
me and Benny was talking about something the other day. Is if these court cases get so bad that he's losing his court cases, because he's already losing what 3 to 50 now, or it might have been more with these executive orders he's been doing. What if, with all the election interference and all that, as we know of, we blue voters know it, because you can't tell me there was not a way that they didn't cheat the election. We seen that coming.
You know, this comes up often, and I swear, I wish I could get on that bandwagon and beat it to death. I wish I could, because there's so much rage built up in me, and like I said, the night the election was called, you know, the news was just
It
talking
happened
about,
too
it's going to
fast.
be weeks and all this stuff, because there's going to be a lot of votes to count, and we're going to be waiting for quite this just in, he won. You know, that it came really quick, and his little comment about how Elon Musk really knows those voting machines, it just smacks. But until there's proof, until there's something that there's, you know, there it is, look at there, can't deny that shit. Well, you know, I hate going down that road, because you know, it's beating a dead horse. Jeez, you know.
Yeah.
But then anything with this guy is doing that. He's that's what's hard about doing this. And others, I'm sure, find the same way. That when you live this shit every day, when you run your mouth on the internet or something, and you have to sink yourself into this shit every day. Think about that. And it's no different for most of y'all. For the last 8 freaking years, there's not been one day the news hasn't mentioned Trump in some form, fashion, or extended, you know, version of some shit. You know, there's not been a day. He just commands all the fucking attention. No. You know, because he's too busy doing stupid shit, and then we look, well, look at the stupid shit. Well, yeah, I know he did stupid shit over there, but look at this stupid shit he did over here. And then somebody else, oh, well, look at all this shit. You know, and it's constant.
Like,
you know, and it's difficult to keep up with.
Yeah,
Hey, let me put a thank you out to Silly Bebo. Brittany came in with $5 and said a 4-year-old citizen with metastatic cancer was deported with their non-citizen mom. That is true. The child has metastatic cancer and was being treated, and they deported them. Yes, because they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. There is no humanity. There is no give us your poor huddled masses yearning to be free. We'll help you. Fuck you. Get out of here. And take this brat with you too. Costing us money. That's who they are. That's who they're content with being. You know, nothing speaks to me more than the immigrant issue than the fact that most of them will be found in church on Sunday. And reconcile that shit. You don't. You don't. You just know they're spouting bullshit in one place or another. And I don't think it's their hatred for immigrants. Their bullshit is in the church. Their bullshit is there.
Yeah.
Because they don't live what that church preaches. And if it's not preaching that, you're in the wrong freaking church. Find another one. Yeah. You know, it's because he has sold the immigration issue as a crime issue. Most immigrants in this country are here for one thing, to work their ass off for their family, just like you and me, just like everybody else trying to scratch a living. Except they've been through a whole lot of shit. They still having to go through a lot of shit. Because the system will take advantage of that. So should we be pissed at? The immigrant trying to make a better life for himself, or the industries that just take advantage of that? You know, when I see a raid especially at one of these meat packing plants, I never see them haul out the manager in handcuffs.
Nope, you never do.
You don't see that.
Never do.
You don't see that. Nope, nobody from the office is coming out of there. You know, they're busy in there trying to line up their next workforce. Dangerous, how you doing?
Doing well, my friends. How are
Good.
you all?
Glad to hear that. Seems to be a common thing.
Yeah, I
Today,
got one
anyway.
word. I got one word for the group today, and I keep coming back to it. We all need to learn this word very well, and it's eugenics. It's a noun. The study of how to arrange reproduction within a human population to increase the occurrence of heritable characteristics regarded as desirable. Developed largely by Sir Francis Galton as a method of improving the human race. Eugenics was increasingly discredited as unscientific and racially biased during the 20th century, especially after the adoption of its doctrines by the Nazis in order to justify their treatment of Jews, disabled people, and other minority groups. If this isn't eugenics they want, I don't know what else it is.
Well, it seems to be a method to their madness. They have a plan. They know what they're doing. As long as he sticks with the immigration, as long as they have headlines of over 100 immigrants arrested and thrown out, the maggot crowd is going, yay. They're cheering him on. That's like fucking meat to him. Red meat.
What did Hitler do? I mean, he
Well, that's
rounded up all
exactly
the
how Hitler
disabled
came to rise.
people.
He played
Yeah,
on the
he
bigotry
rounded-
and the hatred.
Right. He
Yes.
rounded up all the disabled
No
people,
difference.
all the mentally ill people, and he killed them. He just exterminated them.
And
So that's what eugenics is. It's
Well, Donnie's got
extermination.
plans
What they
just to
did to that-
deport all of us to El Salvador, I guess.
yeah,
I don't
and
know.
look at what Bibi's doing in Gaza. He's exterminating all the Palestinians.
Yep, that's eugenics. Period. I don't know why we need to start using that word more often so that people understand what it really means, because it's a powerful word. You know, I mean, if we educate people on what this actually means, if people can then put a cross correlation between the word and the actions, they can see it. And, you know, people are starting to wake up, especially when you got friggin' the lowest approval ratings and all this pushback.
No,
If he
I
gets
think
to
it's going to go lower. I think it's going to,
if he gets into the 30, he's done.
the impact of his tariff bullshit is just barely starting to hit the market now. The prices that we're going to be paying. And that's going to start increasing exponentially.
Right. He'll
You
be
know,
known
as he
as
can-
the same thing he was last time, the empty shelf president. And I think that's a good term.
Guys, there's a very interesting person on YouTube. His name is Richard Wolf, and he's an economist expert. I've been watching him. He's really good.
Yeah,
He said the one thing that people fail to realize is that we did actually have a mini recession in 2020 during COVID.
Yep.
And he said the inflation that we experienced under Biden is from that.
That's exactly
right. Because do you recall
Yeah.
there were 500 ships sitting off of the port of Los Angeles, and there weren't the dock workers because of COVID. So there were supply line chain issues all over the world. And you know what the corporations did was, after the shortages, they decided to go ahead and repackage everything. As we know, 3 less Oreos. So get into the packaging, business, because that's where the money is. And then what they did was they kept the prices naturally inflated. They never lowered them when the supply chain issues. Yeah.
You
So they took
always
advantage
have
of
to
all of it.
rely on the greediness of American businessmen, that when the price goes up, whether it be for COVID or whether the tariffs or everything, the prices are going to go up. When the crisis is over, when the COVID was gone, when this is gone, the prices will ease back down a bit. But they're never coming back to what they were. Once corporate America gets used to that profit margin, they don't want to give that up. Are you shitting
And they
me?
made record
profits.
They made record profits. And Biden, I know that Kamala was talking about Biden actually was putting into place. They were going to go after the price gouging of corporations.
She said she was.
That ain't happening with this guy.
Nope.
Not
that
with
ain't
this
happening
guy,
with this guy.
but this is what was going to happen, that they were going to go after these corporations and hold their feet to the fire, and it never happened because Trump came in.
Well, then we have to hold their feet to the fire. And that's our job, isn't
Yeah,
it?
we can do
That
that.
is
By the
our
way, I want
job.
to let everybody know that the Southern Baptists, they've completely boycotted all Targets, and they have now noticed a 20% reduction month over month.
Yeah,
so
Target-
I highly
Target's
recommend
whining.
we should just join them, boycott those motherfuckers. Just don't go to Target.
Target is hurting. They've seen a big decrease in the amount of traffic within their stores. I saw that in the store. Yeah.
I'm gonna go stand
there
in front
is
of the
nothing
Target
that impacts
tonight.
corporate American like we do, in something like that. But it's difficult to do. It is hard to do because people,
You're right.
they're, well, I don't know about Target.
We need to make a dent on Amazon too. We haven't made much of a dent on Amazon.
Amazon going to be different.
How are we ever going to do that? We've become so used to Amazon.
Yeah.
It's like
But they want to be able to be the prescription drug people now. They're selling cars. Everything.
There's a little bit of reversal going with that. Amazon's canceling more and more orders because they can't get the stuff from China.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because they were overloaded with Chinese stuff.
Yeah.
Do you see these maggots? They're going to F around and find out, because now half the stuff, like I said, most of our stuff that we get is from China.
I've been finding alternative places to get some of the stuff that I like to get from Amazon. I go direct to the person, whose name is on the product.
Right.
And lo and behold, there's some good deals out there.
You just go to Temu.com.
Temu.com.
I'm not going to do Temu.
Yeah, Temu. Just get it direct from China. It may take a little while to get here, but it doesn't come in an Amazon box. But Amazon buys it from Temu, ships it to the U.S., puts it in an Amazon box, charges you more because of the box and the shipping and blah blah blah. But it all comes from China, from Temu. You can order it directly from the manufacturer. I do.
I very seldom have.
By the way, the prices haven't changed. I've checked on a couple items that I bought before all the tariffs. You know what? I mean, like a hydrogen water generator. Those things are still only $20 on Temu. So go figure. The prices haven't really raised.
The first, and oh, look at there. Jeanette Miller agrees. The first place Travis goes, if I say, hey, I need this, that, or the other, he usually goes to Etsy. To where people, small, independent, produce a product, and there's a variety of shit that you can get off Etsy, and because he likes to support, local business or small business.
John, there's a ding 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 to do.
There's a ding ding.
Yeah, Phantom Pup came in with a $50 donation and just had this little celebrating whatever it is.
Who was it?
A gourd. Phantom Pup?
Phantom Pup with a $50 donation.
Yes.
Well, shit, no, it didn't pop up. And evidently, I didn't see it in the chat.
There was no comment.
All it takes is for me to turn my head and that chat flies by.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you. I appreciate that tremendously. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, helps pay the bills, baby. Helps pay the bills. Anyway, let me see if I can keep this going in the order that people came in the room, and see if Craig wants to come up and join us. See, that's the thing. People raise their hand and then they walk away because shit, they've been having their hand up for 20 minutes, Anyway, Craig, how are you? You muted up, bub.
He's fumbling. He's looking for the mute button.
Yeah,
there you go. Hit your unmute button, Craig. Hit your unmute, bro.
That's all right.
Maybe he doesn't have anything to say.
Yeah. I'm sure he does.
Kim down there.
I'm sure he does. Craig, he says you got nothing to say. Tell him, Craig.
John, I need your proper post office box.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Again?
Let me see. There it is, right there on the screen. That's Post Office Box 260044, Corpus Christi, Texas 78426. Now, remind you, I keep you all updated.
0044. Okay.
260044, because I did.
Oh.
You know how I let y'all know that I go to the post office daily. Not today because it's Sunday, but yesterday and Friday I went Friday. Opened the door, greeted the lady coming. How you doing? Have a great day. Had a smile on my face. Walked over to the post office box, put the key in ever so slowly, and turned it, and opened it, and oh my God, are you shitting me? There was a key. There was a key in my mailbox. Oh my God, shit! There's a package. I got to just take the fucking key out of the damn thing and go over to the locker and unlock it. And I did that. I stuck the key and I turned it in. And there was a package. Looked like record albums. Yeah. And they were just the post office box 261044. Damn, missed it by one. So no. Now I have a package in my car out there because the post office is closed on Sunday over there. So Monday I have to go to the post office and turn in this package that was obviously delivered to the wrong box. Because I know whoever that is they're looking for their package. It's obviously a record album. So good for him. He's still buying records. Good.
The post office is still making mistakes like that nationwide.
Well, it happens occasionally. I fear sometimes somebody else gets one of my packages because I've had one of those occasions where, hey, I mailed you a package and said, shit, I didn't get it. Well, John, there was stuff in there that was important stuff, and then you kind of wonder, well, where the fuck did that go? Anyway. No.
All right. Thank you, John, for the clarification, because I was getting conflicting messages about your post office box. That's all.
Oh, not a problem. It changed. For the first few years, I had a different post office box, but I lost that when I didn't pay the bill. So. Cost money to do
by the
shit.
way, John.
Yes.
By the way, John, I got something that I had texted you, and I don't know if you listened to this, but I was watching Scott Galloway on, I don't know, like maybe, I don't know. It was on one, like maybe MSNBC the other day. He's the professor at NYU Stern School of Economic Business. He also has a podcast called the Professor G Podcast. But he said something really super succinct, and it's only 1 minute, and I'm going to play it, and I want you to hear what he had to say, because this is exactly what the hell we're all facing right now. Listen to this.
Savings, then stop some of the subsidies to companies run by people who are worth $400 billion. So I find all of this just incredibly, it's just, you have to, I mean, to a certain extent, just the level of brazen hypocrisy here, it's just, it's noxious. And I think a larger issue here, Anderson, and that is, I worry that there's a kind of an emerging cohort of what I call the transnational oligarchy that can buy their own schooling, their own health care, their own rights. They're sort of, if you will, they're protected by the law, but they're not bound by it. Whereas the bottom 99% are bound by the law, but no longer protected by it. And I believe that these transnational oligarchs who get their wealth from proximity to the president don't have a vested interest in maintaining the Constitution or enforcing a Bill of Rights, because they essentially have no democracy by virtue of their wealth, which separates them from the rest of us and creates a lack of fidelity to the Constitution.
That's it. Is that succinct or what?
That's what we're saying.
I mean, the lower 99%.
That's what he wants. He wants an oligarch society.
Yeah.
But he wants to control those oligarchs. He wants what Putin's got. Exactly. What Russia has
Scott
right
said
now.
That, I had to record. It was Anderson Cooper that he was on. But anyway, regardless, when I heard that, I said, I went and I paused it and I recorded it. I said, wow, that's succinct. You know, I mean, that is it, period.
That's exactly what we're facing.
Kind of.
That's it. Yeah,
Anyway, I wanted to play that, and I appreciate you all listening to that.
not a problem. Not a
You could
problem.
hear it, right? You could hear.
Yeah.
You could hear what he
Yeah,
said.
I think
right?
I
Yeah,
think we
okay.
heard it pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Right on.
but that's the place we're at. You know, the indicator of that is the people that he's put in charge of all the departments. I don't pick one. Department of Education. Really? That lady? That lady?
Yeah, the woman
Yeah.
that ran the WWE. What the
Yeah.
hell?
What the? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
sure
Linda
she's very interested in
McMahon.
child's education
Ooh.
and all that shit. Yeah.
Hey, John,
Great.
You-
Yes, dear.
the screen is still on the address.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
They're saying they can't see you.
No,
Uh-oh.
They're all imagined.
They want to
It's
see your
mass-
beautiful face, John.
I wish that was
That
true.
damn green. That damn green screen in the background, John.
I forget what I do
Yeah.
sometimes. You know, I get too many buttons, too many screens to look at. Anyway, a day in the life, baby. I am. I'm glad I even got here. Jeez, it was really late in the afternoon that I remembered, oh, shit. And I was in Corpus. So, lickety-split, let's go. So, it was a dash to get home. But I'm glad I got here.
I hope everybody's activating for May Day. That's the next
Oh
big
yeah.
May Day. May Day, May Day. Signal Gate. May Day, May
When,
Day.
That is Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, and for the folks that can't show up on Thursday, I understand that they're going to do another one on Saturday. So,
Okay.
yeah. So the 3rd and the 1st.
Why do
of
they
May
put
and
the
3rd.
buttons there if you can't push them? Huh? Smart ass law. Why that? You put buttons right
So
there.
get-
They say, Don, don't touch these buttons. Well, what do you got the button for? Natural inclination is push the fucking button to find out what it does.
Hit the button.
That's how we're
Just
going to
don't
blow
hit
up the
the eject
world.
button.
Hey, what does this
Don't
button
hit
do?
the eject button.
What does this button do?
Hey, dangerous
Oh,
one.
shit.
I got a question. Oh, dangerous one. I got a question to ask you. On the blue sky, you're on the dangerous one or dangerous ones?
No,
Oh,
the
he's dangerous more than once. He's dangerous
Yeah,
all the
just
damn
one.
time.
Yeah, just the dangerous one.
Okay, because there's one that says the dangerous ones.
I mean, you know what? See my profile picture? I use that same profile picture on all social media now. I just
All
use my old military garb, because we're in a revolution right now, and I'm part of it. I'm part of the resistance factor. So, yeah, if you see the profile picture, then you know it's the same guy.
Okay, the dangerous one. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
I've
you.
kind of glommed that because they gave me that name in radio when I was 19 years old. Once they heard me on there, they go, my program directors go, they call me into their office and go, sit down for a minute. And I thought, oh shit, what did I do wrong? And they go, been listening to your show for a while. And I go, what do you think? And they go, you're truly dangerous on the air. In fact, I've had a couple program directors finally after them telling me that. They go, you should put that as a moniker on into your name. Just call yourself Daryl Scott, the dangerous one. You know what? It stuck. It's stuck my whole life. So once the internet came around, I tried to glom that name everywhere. In fact, I've even got a domain that's the dangerous one at darylscott.rocks. I mean, I got the domain darylscott.rocks. I mean, that's my own domain. But anyway, yeah. So the dangerous one, I am the true original. Okay.
It's always good to be the original.
Somebody has to be. We're all
Somebody
original.
always is.
Yeah.
Somebody always is. Anyway.
Yeah, but I
Join
wouldn't.
me, Greg. Friend me, bro. My audience. I'm amazed how big the audiences are growing on Blue Sky for people. I mean,
Good. I'm glad
really
to hear it.
followers.
I'm happy.
It's
for
a
you,
great.
brother.
It's actually a good site. I mean, no maggots there. Real discussion and real people.
Hello, Yelly Man.
Hello, John. How are you doing?
How are you doing,
everybody?
brother? How are
I'm good.
things in Norway?
It's wonderful. No,
Outstanding, good.
it's springtime, so it's the weather is getting warmer, and
Indeed, same
yeah,
here.
it's yeah. So we're kind of enjoying
Good.
the leaves are getting back on the trees, and it's getting beautiful. So
Yeah, it
yeah.
popped already down here.
So,
Wake up one morning, all trees have leaves. Boop, there it is. Uh-oh.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
So spring is a beautiful time of the year, I think, and it's my favorite time.
My favorite too. Yeah, spring
Yeah.
is sprung. That's what they say. Spring has sprung.
Yeah.
Hey, let me
Other than
give a
that,
quick,
I
because it
don't-
did not ding up here. Let me get this out, Yellow Man, excuse
Yeah.
me. Benjamin Bowen came in with a $2 donation and said new, but it did not pop up on my screen over here. So I don't know how that happened, but I wanted to thank him anyway. Benjamin, thank you, and welcome to the group, baby. Welcome to the family. Look around in that chat, baby. That's them. Be careful of them people. That's all I can tell you. It's like landmines in there. You just go twatting in there, and next thing you know, poop, you've found a friend. Shit. There you go. You got a new friend. Or a wife. It happened. Anyway.
Or a husband, you know.
Or a husband. Yes, it's happened in this for 8 years. Yep. Took us a little while, but we got a marriage out of this thing. That's right.
Yeah.
It makes us a dating service. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Anyway, Yelly Man, what in the hell's going on from your side of the pond?
No, we're kind of following you. We saw that Trump came to Europe to go to Pope Francis' Pope Francis' funeral, and he had a one-on-one conversation with Zelensky.
Indeed.
And the comments he has made after the meeting with Zelensky has been pretty good, given the fact that it's Trump. He's been kind of, for a couple of days now, he's been kind of going after Russia for some reason. I don't know if it's a game or whatever the hell it is.
It's a game.
But I mean,
he met with Zelensky, and he's Zelensky filled in the blanks for him, and there were plenty of them in Donnie's head, I'm sure. And so Donnie has to come out acting like, I don't know, like he had an epiphany or something. There ain't nothing to learn. He knows what was going on. He's just too busy. And he's walking a tightrope right now, trying not to piss off Putin and act like a tough guy. You know,
it's funny.
You want to see this come to an end? Start supplying Ukraine with everything they fucking need, Donnie. How about that?
Yeah.
How about you get with our EU neighbors and our NATO neighbors and help Ukraine as much as we possibly can, and watch Ukraine kick Russia's ass all the way back to that fucking border? That's what could happen.
John? Yeah. Speaking of supplying Ukraine, guess what Trump told Germany?
Oh, what?
Trump told Germany that you're not allowed to give them your Taurus cruise missiles.
Well, you're right, Michael Hernandez. Zelensky scared the shit out of him. Because Zelensky didn't back down from him when he went to the Oval Office, too, with that meeting. Yeah. With the little ambush there from J.D. Vance. That bullshit. Zelensky didn't back down from that. He's, I'm fucking pretty proud of that guy. He stood up.
You know, I read a post on Instagram today, and somebody said, this person said, I voted for MAGA. I have 2 masters. And when I saw Zelensky sit in front of Trump, Zelensky asked Trump, he goes, do you think I'm a dictator? And Trump turned away and wouldn't look at him and never answered him. She goes, I'll never vote for Trump again. She goes, I'm not MAGA.
Where did he ask him?
She has a master's and she voted for Trump?
I don't know if anybody was really privy to that conversation.
Doesn't fucking well having a master's. Much money. I don't
Where did Zelensky ask Trump? Was that in the Vatican?
Yeah, supposedly in that meeting, and when he asked Trump that question, Trump turned his head away and wouldn't answer him. And
they have lip readers. They have lip readers who kind of read what they say. So I know that he was. I know that Zelensky was kind of, because that was a lip reader who said that he was. They kind of interpreted what he said to Trump, and that was he's hitting our towns. He's hitting our towns all the time. He was saying about Putin to Trump. He's hitting us. He's hitting us. He's still bombing us. He's bombing us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trump just sat there and didn't say anything. But I mean, it seemed to me that Zelensky tried to
Trump
lay
is
down
a fucking coward.
Yeah.
Trump is a fucking coward who tries to act like a badass. I remind people, when he was called up, baby, in my time, he had bone spurs. He couldn't go. He could play tennis and fucking baseball and all that shit. He was a fucking draft dodger. Somebody went in his place. Somebody got his fucking number. So all of a sudden he's a patriotic Kiss my
The
ass.
same thing with Bush and
He
Cheney.
smells
None
money
of them went.
and
None of
power,
them went.
baby.
I mean, the Republicans have a history of being chicken shits. No, chicken hawks. That's what they call them. Chicken hawks. They don't go, they don't serve, but they are happy to send other people to die. You know, like Bush, he didn't go. Cheney didn't go. And now Trump, none of them goes, but they're tough guys. They want to send other people to go and die for their madness.
Yep.
That's the way the world has always worked, isn't it? Throughout history.
Bush started 2 wars.
You know?
Bush started 2 wars, and one of them was based on a lie. Mass destructions, weapons.
5-time death, Roger.
Yeah. What?
Well, let me take a pause here because Rhett's mom came in with a $5 donation. And she said, I so love this channel. Mindsaver. Well, Rhett's mom, I so love that you love this channel. And it's this family, baby. It's this family. And I do. I don't know where I would be without y'all. Every week. And so anyway, there's that. And Garner99 just subscribed. So welcome to the family, buddy. Welcome to the family. Okay.
And John, they're asking for you to play
the song.
To do what? To do
play
what?
the song.
To play the song.
Play the
Which song? What song?
Oh, I
Hey
don't
Jude
know.
by the Beatles.
This one?
There you go.
It's got a nice rhythm.
That's the one.
Is
Yeah,
that it?
Not that
Is
one.
that it?
No, not that.
No?
Yeah,
Not
that's
that one,
the
John.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
that one. No. You're dead wrong.
I know which one it is.
I just need you to shut the
Turn that
fuck
shit
up,
up,
'cause
by the way.
nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Put your smile on
Shut
my
the
face,
fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up.
Nowadays,
Shut
I
the
need
fuck
to-
up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
And that one puts a smile on my face. Matter of fact, we'll just do it
I
again.
just need you to shut the fuck up, 'cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck
That's
up.
it.
Shut
Swing
the
dance,
fuck up.
baby. That's
Bow,
right,
bow,
ass.
shut the fuck
I can
up.
dance to
Shut
that
the
in a
fuck up.
heartbeat.
Bow, bow.
Don't even need sawdust, baby. Just give me a floor and a
John,
hand
did
to
you
hold.
see? Did you see who was at the White House in the press room the other day?
Oh, pray tell, who was in the White House press room?
Temple.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Tim Pool.
Yeah,
That's
Temple.
Oh, Tim
Yes,
Pool.
oh my God, that
Oh, the
guy is an
AP?
idiot.
Oh, that's not who I was thinking of. Who's he?
He's supposed to be independent right-wing media, but he's not
Okay.
independent right-wing media.
Yeah, that tells me everything I need to know. Jorge,
There he is.
what are you doing?
Well,
Did you
I'm
enjoy
living
your
the good
weekend,
life.
buddy? Did you?
I did, man. Me and
Well,
Nan,
good.
we went to this little brewery down in Dripping Springs,
Yeah.
and everyone there was these guys at the bar, and everybody that walked in, they said "Happy Birthday" to them. And
well,
the funny thing
because
was,
it's your birthday.
it was my birthday.
Well, there you go.
So, and I'm looking at Nan, going, "Did you plan this?" You know, and she, "No, I didn't."
Word gets out, Jorge. You think you think people in Texas
Yeah.
don't know who the hell you are?
Yeah, it
Everybody
was a
knows where
lovely
you
time,
live.
and
5
we-
miles outside of town at the end of the dirt road. Shit, you can't miss it.
That's right.
Everybody
Conveniently
knows.
located.
Everybody knows. That's
5
right.
miles from town is the dead
That's it.
end of a dirt road.
There you go, baby.
Right where we belong, baby.
And if you can't find that in Texas, you got bad problems. Anyway.
You know, I've been thinking about this thing of
Pontificating, huh?
lawyers, the
Pontificating?
lawyers and Trump and this thing about holding these lawyers ransom, you know, and so that they won't lose their security clearance and they have to do all this freaking. Now he's saying that they're going to have to represent.
Oh yeah, with the law
companies and
the law
shit.
companies, the law
Yeah, the
firms.
coal companies. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, well, how can you represent the coal companies and then still have represent people that are suffering from black lung and stuff, you know? And
Yeah.
I mean, this is just it's just blackmail. It's just fucking blackmail, and it's trying
You
to
reckon,
chill
R.A.?
the legal profession. You know, and it's putting a chill on the legal profession. If you sue me,
He is
you'll
out to
lose your
strangle as
security
much as
clearance.
he can. And if we allow him to, he will.
Yeah, well, that's the way. You start with the lawyers and the media. It's the same. We know this. There was this little Australian painter, that did the same thing. He cut his beard off because it wouldn't fit in his gas mask, and that's why he ended up looking like he did. And a little Australian painter, he came up with the same plan, and it's just striking what's going on, and that I can't believe the Supreme Court is letting him get away with it, or the Congress.
Yeah,
Congress already gave up their authority.
Don't look for any hope from Congress. I haven't seen a single Republican, a single conservative stand up and say shit to this man.
And if the courts give up their power, well, there you go.
He's trying to negate the power of the court, which the court better be careful. Because if they keep giving him that kind of power, what's the point of having a court? Just negates.
Well, they're going to lose their authority too. Everyone's giving him their authority.
Well,
hey, but it was a lovely day at Rancho Tire Biter, and the gray water drain on the washing machine plugged up, and so my fine sons were out there digging up the gray water line, and oh no, this was like 20 years of lint and roots,
Okay. Well,
I got good kids though,
Yeah, there you go. Put them to work.
How are you guys?
We're doing fine. They're doing fine. Everybody here is doing good. Tyler got
Rose
off.
doing good.
Rose is doing well. She's doing quite a few. She
good.
Actually she moved up in the game. For those that do know, Rose, that's Travis's wife. She is a fantastic artist for one, and I mean really good. And she took that skill and she applied it to being a tattoo artist. And for well over a year, she has worked as an apprentice at a tattoo parlor here in Corpus, and she has built herself a pretty nice little clientele. And she finally moved from that apprentice state to a full-blown artist in the community. So, yeah.
Congratulations to her.
She does fantastic work, and really intricate, uses a lot of colors, and yeah, she's building herself quite a clientele. So we're good. We're happy for her because that's what she wanted to do.
I saw some of her artwork that she did, around the house there.
Yes.
You were showing.
Yes, she is quite the artist. Not on in several media.
She sure is.
Yeah. So.
Well, cool. We're all happy. It's all about family, and
it is.
I'm glad y'all are doing okay.
I'm glad you're doing. See, everybody's doing fine. Shit. There you go. World's problems are solved. We can quit this shit. Everybody go home and rainbow and unicorns and all that shit.
Sit around, drink a beer, and play dominoes.
Yeah, we wish it was that simple. But the way we make it that way, is by your voice. And at the end of the show here, Mr. Chick usually gives us a cap on. Is that at the end? Yes, at the end of the show. When I hope I'm not catching you off guard, Mr. Chick. Do you have anything tonight? What upcoming events? Where you vote? What's happening across the nation? But regardless of that, right now we know we have the 50-51 protests going on. There's other protests around the nation. Best way to find out, I guess, is well, you could. Oh shit! I don't have that button. Damn, I ain't got that button. Oh well, I got a button, but it's not the right button.
Damn that button.
Damn that button. See, I got lots of buttons, and I don't have the right button. Anyway, you can call your local Democratic headquarters. They're going to know. But whether the issues are local or in your district or your state, yeah, We need you. We need your voice. We need your vote. Because that's all this shit is. We have the power. We always have the power. It's only when we get lax when things are getting a little bit better. But in a crisis, when it smacks all of us upside the head, that's when we all have to come together. And it will be by our voice, by the protests, by the people standing in the street. But we have to be careful. We can't let it go violent, because then things turn to shit for everybody. And I don't think anybody wants that. Well, there's a few, and that's the problem. There's a few. So, use your voice.
When I was watching that video last night, it was they had Biden and, well, it was a Harris and Trump supporter. And one of the kids, it was like, I don't know how old he was, but he was getting called autistic, and then he charged at one of the Trump supporters. So he started that one first. And that's not a good sign.
Well, you're always going to have fighting. That's just.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
the tensions are high.
Violence.
Emotions are high. Passions are
fighting.
high. You know, there's a lot on the line. You know, there's a lot of people think. Yeah, I don't. You know, a lot of the conservatives, again, those that hold more conservative values, are seeing the handwriting on the wall, whatever you want to call it. You know, he's losing support. His approval rating is the lowest in 70 years. You think that's going to get better anytime soon? No, not with the shit that he keeps doing. So he's losing his edge. He's losing that support. But the support he does have is a dangerous lot.
But I don't understand this, John. Are you tired of winning?
I am.
Tired of winning? Yeah, we're tired of winning.
I
think everybody's had enough of this winning shit.
Yeah,
we can stop that at any moment now.
It's like
because he's going to win.
He's going to double down. You know, that's the problem. You know, with the market and a lot of things, it's uncertainty. You don't know what he's going to do tomorrow, because every day he pulls some new shit out of his butt. Just throws it out there.
You're winning. Whatever you do, he does, you're winning.
Yes, chainsaw wielding mongoose, we're waiting. Didn't you know that? If it's all over the news, we're winning everywhere. Shit.
Oh yeah.
Every day is a shit show.
Look at the ports on the West Coast,
it's
man.
Just 100 days,
Chinese
baby.
Ships are coming too.
We're
winning.
We're winning. We're winning the war on drugs too. Yeah. We're winning the war on drugs.
Everything.
We're winning the war on drugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy them anywhere, but we're winning. So anyway, I guess we'll wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Don Cheeto said he saved 93% on eggs today. There you go. See? It's working.
That's impressive.
It's working.
That's impressive. Yeah.
Leftover East.
Those
Anyway.
eggs.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah, y'all try doing this shit. Keep your head all right the whole damn time. Foxworth Warrior, brother, thank you for coming in.
You're welcome.
All right. Don't be a stranger. Come back. We'll be here.
I know.
All right. Ben.
Yep.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right. We'll see you next time. And Craig.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming in. Sorry it took so long.
Oh, you're welcome.
We had a full house tonight.
Thank you for the clarification of the post office box. You will have a parcel within the next couple of weeks arriving for you.
Well, I appreciate it. Oh, that's expensive.
All
You
right.
go to the fucking mailbox every day. You know, occasionally I like to find something in there.
Okay, sir. I think you'll.
I'm getting desperate. I go there every day. Anyway.
Okay, sir.
All right, Craig. I appreciate it very much, brother. You have a great day.
You too. Take care.
You bet. Yelly Man.
All right, John. See you next time, and have a good night. And
I hope to have
in.
exactly that. I've gotten lucky the last couple nights. I've slept very well, and
oh, that's
so, yeah.
cool. That's good.
Yeah,
You getting your appetite
I'm
back
thankful
now?
for 'em. I'm still working on that. I eat. My kids are always after me to eat something. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
Just get lost.
depression is real. We all going through
We
it.
all have to live with a little bit of it in our life, and yeah,
All right.
this is
See you later, John. See you.
pretty devastating. Okay, Yelly Man, you take care of yourself, and we'll see you later. And let's put a pause
Yeah,
right there
bye-bye.
because I want to thank Ed Mendoza. Whoa, come back here. See. I want to thank Ed Mendoza, who came in with $2 and said, thanks for hosting this outlet, John. Well, Ed, thank you for coming in, brother. That's how this shit works. I just open the door and put out the table, baby. It's all who walks in that door. And I thank you for coming in. And Peter came in with a $50 donation. It did not pop up because he didn't write a message in there, but I saw that one. Peter, thank you very much. I appreciate all the help. Let me click on this now because if I don't, I'll get screwed up. Anyway, where was I? Let me see. Yeah, that's it. That's everybody. Yep, we can go now.
Okay, bye.
Oh, Jorge? Oh, that guy?
Yes, sir. Well, you know.
I love you, brother. I'm glad you and Nan had a wonderful
man.
weekend, and hope for many more, brother. Yeah.
I'm very proud to be part of this family, and I love these guys, man. What a great bunch of folks, huh?
We got to. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
you can't find
from all
a group of
over
people.
the place.
I dare you. Can't. That's it. See?
I like them. All right, John. We'll see you maybe in the Blue Room or something.
All right, brother. I'll be in there in a few minutes. Take care of
one.
yourself, Jorge. I love you, brother. And that's it. That's it. Nobody else.
Well done.
Oh, no. Nope. Thank you, Miss Chick.
You're welcome, John.
Got anybody you want? Well, first, you got anything you want to call it? Well, wait a minute, because Dan Hack just came in. Dan Hack just came in with $2. Said a damn blue suit when protocol said black. A damn blue suit when protocol said black. That's right, baby.
All right.
We bucket. We show up in blue. Anyway.
And we know he's got enough money to buy a black suit, so you know.
Sure.
Oh, you can't tell me this. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have a black suit. You cannot tell me as rich as he is, he doesn't have a black suit.
I don't think I've ever seen him in one. But I try not to look, so there's that.
Yeah, try not to look.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, so yeah, we do have some protests coming up. I mean, I think we should be there every day. Every day in the streets. Every day. And like they did the other day when they arrested that judge, within an hour they had a pop-up protest in front of the courthouse.
As well, they should have.
Yep.
Yes, when things outrageous like that happen, take to the street immediately. Go to where that is if it happens near you. Be a part of that. Yeah.
But officially, to look for places that are going to be gathering points. May 1st through the 3rd. May 1st, May 2nd, May 3rd. It's a hot week for protests. May Day and beyond.
Outstanding.
And I think they're also having their larger, I think May 19th again will probably be another big date for the 50-51.
Right.
Anyways, because I think right now there's already 400 plus listed somewhere.
It's growing.
Yeah.
It's growing. Yeah, it's springtime. It's good weather. People are pissed off. Good time to make a sign and get in the street.
From Alaska to Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, California. California's got millions of them. Just good on you, California. Colorado, Connecticut, D.C., of course, Delaware,
Go
Florida.
through the whole alphabet.
Every state. I think there's something in all the states. Iowa,
tells you
Idaho,
something.
Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky. That tells you there's blue dots everywhere is what it tells you.
Yeah.
And is where there's one, there's two, and we can get together with signs. So there's that part.
Indeed. If there's a protest anywhere near you in the coming days and weeks, do yourself a favor. Be a part of it. Because I guarantee
Yep.
you're going to walk away feeling very proud and very satisfied. And you're
But
going to have a
as
lot of
things
support.
progress, we're going to have
Yes.
to, be careful with our protesting. Always
Yes,
nonviolent. Always non-confrontational. Do not take anything with you that could hurt anybody. If asked to step over here, step over there, be off this street, be over there, do it.
Yeah.
Just comply with that.
Just comply with
stay on the
local law
sidewalk.
enforcement and their rules for the where
Yep.
you're at. Like any
Do not
citizen
engage
should
with
do.
the maggots. Just leave them alone.
Yep.
Let
Ignore the
them
shit
be the
out of
ones
them.
making all the angry
I
noise.
don't
We
know.
don't need that.
If it's anywhere around like here in Corpus, we have it on Ocean Drive where people drive by. We had a lot of thumbs up and horns honking and everything. People really being
Yep,
supportive.
I've seen a lot of that. That's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep. Anyways, without going into large, long detail about what you should or shouldn't do at protests, let's talk about the people that shared this shit, John.
Who shared this shit? There's a lot of
Well,
shit sharers. Who shared this shit this week?
Let me tell you, we got some
Okay.
shit sharers, really nice ones. Curtis W. from Missouri, Ed T. Jr. from Pennsylvania, John S. from California, Charlotte C. from Texas, Patricia R. from Alabama, Karen K. from Connecticut, and Shell C. from Oklahoma all shared this shit.
They're all shit sharers, you say.
I
We
say
appreciate the shit out of that. And you can be a shit sharer too, and maybe Mr. Chick call your name out. All you got to do is just hit that button right there, share this shit. And while you're down there, you can like and subscribe too, right down there. It's all right there. Anyway, we appreciate those people who participate in that way and to spread this family around. It grows constantly. And I'm sure it's just because of my handsome good looks. That's got to be it, right?
That's it.
Yeah, what was that? Wait, no, I heard a little laugh first. Well, a man can dream. Anyway.
Oh, talk like a pirate. Just go ahead.
Yeah, hey, my vast G swabs. That's right. I have to get back to my pirating. Yeah, I'm gonna go out there and get my parrot to squawk a little bit or something. And I can see him. He's right there, and he's on my son's shoulder right now. So I'm telling you. And I can't remember who it was in the chat that made that comment that, yes, parrots, they attach to somebody, one person. Not that they hate everybody else. I mean, he doesn't really, he's not aggressive to me or anything. He just don't want to sit on my shoulder anymore, and I don't want him to. Because nowadays, I don't trust his ass. So, and anyway, Smart Ass Squash says she's going to share this shit to Blue Sky. So I appreciate the shit out of that. Anyway, anything else, Miss Chick?
I don't know.
Well,
that's all I got.
So yeah.
I mean,
that
I
was
had
enough.
some after the show news, but yeah.
Okay, well, we'll save that for the Blue Room then. See there, y'all need to go and join Discord, and that way you can come into the live room, be a member, participant in the show, and then after the show, we all go into the Blue Room, and we all raise hell over there and drink and party and all that shit. So, y'all ought to come. Anyway, it was a good day, and I hope you enjoyed yours. I had a smile on my face, and I gave it away to more than one person today, and it made me feel good. And that's always my advice, is just try to find something in every day. And some days it's hard to do, but dig deep, baby. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you for being here. We'll be back here again Tuesday night for another Blue Dot family meeting. Until then, y'all take care of yourself and do the best you can. Miss Chick, I love you, baby. Say goodnight.
Good night.
All right, see there, I didn't say goodnight, Miss Chick, so you could say, see, I'm learning.